Marco was only 24 years old, yet his life already felt heavy and exhausting, as if he were carrying an invisible burden on his shoulders. He lived in a small, peaceful village surrounded by mountains and quiet nature. For most people, this place was a haven of serenity. But for Marco, that calmness never seemed to reach his heart. His mind was always in turmoil. All day long, thought after thought rushed through his head. Sad memories from the past haunted him, while worries about the future dragged him deeper into anxiety. He feared what had not yet happened, and at the same time tormented himself over what was already gone. His mind was like a storm that never stopped, sweeping away any sense of peace. At night, while the whole village slept, Marco lay restless on his small bed. He closed his eyes, but sleep never came easily. His mind spun in circles, replaying old regrets and imagining the troubles of tomorrow. The harder he tried to rest, the more exhausted he became. And when dawn broke, instead of waking refreshed, he felt drained, as if he had fought a long battle inside his own head. During the day, Marco tried to live like everyone else. He worked, walked around the village, greeted his neighbors, but behind his weary eyes lay a restless soul. Smiles had long since left him. When he saw others laugh, he forced a faint grin, but inside there was only emptiness. Simple joys, the sound of birds, the sight of children playing, no longer brought him warmth. Often, Marco asked himself, "Why can't I live peacefully? Why does my mind feel like a prison?" He longed for calm, even just for a moment. Yet the more he searched, the further peace seemed to slip away. Though still young, Marco lived like an old man, carrying invisible weights of past and future, yearning for a single breath of silence in his heart. One afternoon, as Marco wandered aimlessly, he overheard a story about an old man living in a distant mountain village. Long ago, this elder had been a famous psychologist in a great city. He had spent his life studying the human mind and helping people escape their inner storms. Many, from the powerful to the poor, had sought his wisdom, and all had left with lighter hearts. But in his later years, the old man abandoned the glitter and noise of the city. He left behind crowded streets and busy lectures, choosing instead a simple life close to nature. He settled in a quiet village nestled at the foot of the mountains, where the streams murmured, the birds sang at dawn, and the wide sky stretched above. There, he planted trees, read books, meditated, and occasionally offered guidance to strangers who came seeking peace. The villagers said that travelers who spoke with him often left with shining eyes and relieved faces, as if a lifelong burden had finally been lifted. His story spread from village to village, becoming a beacon of hope for troubled souls. Hearing this, Marco's heart stirred with fragile hope. Perhaps this old man can help me find the peace I've been searching for, he thought. Though the path to the mountains was long and harsh, he resolved to go. He no longer wished to live trapped in endless thoughts. If there was even the smallest chance to learn how to master his mind, he was willing to try. So, at dawn, Marco packed a little food, carried his determination, and set out on the rocky road toward the wise man's village. The journey was hard, but inside him flickered a light of belief that peace might be waiting at the end. After many days crossing steep trails and deep forests, Marco finally reached the mountain village. It was strangely quiet, filled only with the wind through the trees and the songs of birds. At the end of a dirt path, he saw a small house draped in vines. On the porch sat an old man, silver-haired, with eyes gently closed in meditation. His calm presence instantly eased the storm in Marco's chest. Marco approached, bowed, and spoke softly. "Grandfather, my mind is always restless. I cannot sleep, cannot smile. I am haunted by the past and anxious about the future. I am so tired. Please, can you help me find peace?" The old man slowly opened his eyes, clear and calm as an autumn lake. Smiling gently, he nodded. "You seek peace? Peace is not far, it is within you. But to see this truth, you must first learn a lesson." He rose and led Marco to the yard. There, he filled a glass of water to the very brim. Handing it to Marco, he said, "Take this glass, walk from here to the edge of the village and back. But remember, do not spill even a single drop." Marco was puzzled. How could such a simple task relate to inner peace? Yet the wisdom in the old man's eyes told him this was no ordinary challenge. With both hands he took the glass, heart-pounding. "No matter what, I must succeed," he told himself. Step by step, Marco walked. The path was narrow and noisy. Children laughed, dogs barked, vendors shouted. But Marco paid no attention. His eyes stayed fixed on the glass. His breath matched each careful step. The villagers watched in curiosity but did not interfere, understanding that he was learning something vital. At last, Marco returned, sweating but triumphant. "Grandfather," he said, "I did it. Not a drop was spilled." The old man nodded, smiling. "Good, but tell me, did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco shook his head, surprised. "No, I saw nothing, heard nothing. I only thought of the water." The elder's smile deepened. "That is the secret. When your mind lives in the present moment, there is no room for fear, no sorrow from the past, no worry about the future. Peace has always been inside you. It appears when you remain here, now." Marco stood still, stunned yet awakened. For the first time, he realized that peace was not something to chase. It had always been within him, hidden beneath the noise of wandering thoughts. He bowed, voice trembling. "Grandfather, now I understand. If I want peace, I must keep my mind here, in this moment." The old man's smile was calm as the setting sun. Marco walked back down the path, but he was no longer the same. The world around him hadn't changed, the wind, the laughter, the barking, but his heart had. The storm inside had quieted. For the first time in years, a true smile rose on his lips. Marco had found the treasure he had been searching for, the secret of peace. And so the story ends with a lesson for us all. Happiness and peace are not distant dreams. They are not in the past, nor in the future. They are here, within us, revealed when we live fully in the present. If this story touched your heart, share it with others, because sometimes a simple story can change a life. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Each story is a step toward living more peacefully, more joyfully, more completely in the moment. Marco's journey may have ended, but yours is still unfolding. Remember, peace and happiness have never been far away. They are already within you, right here, right now.